Hello, this is Emma here. A few people have asked me about the type of yoga that I teach and just wanting to know a little bit more. And I generally teach beginners, so people who have no experience with yoga. They're the people who tend to be drawn to what I teach. And that's probably because my approach, I try to make quite grounded, easy, relaxed, understandable, approachable, all those sorts of things. So I try to take the fluff and the shit out of yoga. Because there can be a lot of fluff and shit in yoga communities, which is fine because there's that stuff everywhere. But if you just want the benefits of yoga without all the other fluff, then I'm probably your girl. Okay, so what is yoga? Very simply, let's just square myself up. Very simply, yoga is a way of connecting with your true nature. Okay, true nature. What is my true nature? True nature is the part of you that is beyond your thinking, that is beyond your emotions, that is beyond your body, that is just pure awareness, I guess, is the best way to describe it. It is your beingness. You might have read that in many well-being books before, but it's the place where it's more of a place of spontaneity where you don't have to think about your next steps, rather the next steps move naturally through you. Okay, I'm going to speak a little more English to you now if this is not something that's making sense to you. So for example, what is meditation? Meditation is, I'll give you a brief example. Close your eyes, generally placing your hands up as an act of surrender, as a way of dropping your shoulders down and opening your chest, which deepens your breath. When your breath is deeper, your mind is calmer. So you will close your eyes, connect with your breathing, breathe in and out through your nose, down into your belly. Relax your thighs, your shins, your calves, soften through your shoulders. And just breathing in and out. And see if you can feel your body. Feeling your feet in contact with the ground, or whatever they're in contact with, because they're going to be in contact with something unless you're really short and your legs hang from your chair. Feeling your chest, feeling the clothing you're wearing. You're just breathing, and you could be thinking a million different things while you're listening to me, and that doesn't matter. Just be aware that you're thinking, be aware that you're breathing, and feel into your body. 2 more deep breaths. Now gently opening your eyes. Now that, my friends, is meditation. It is obviously very tricky, challenging, and requires great intelligence. And I'm joking, by the way. If you haven't guessed, I'm a little bit sarcastic. So only you can know how that experience was for you, or what that experience was for you. You may have felt irritable and annoyed. You may have really felt calm and relaxed. You may have felt anxious and like you couldn't really breathe properly. And this is actually something I wanted to share here in this video. I wanted to make this video about presencing, which is what I believe yoga really is. So yoga is connecting with your true nature, your being, your presence. So when I say presencing, I mean getting connected with yourself, your body, your breath, your feelings in the here and now. You're coming right down to earth, onto the ground. You're feeling what's around you. You're in the moment and you can respond from the moment. Whereas if you're anxious or stuck in your head, you're not here. You're maybe 10 years ago, you're living out some moment that happened a few weeks ago, or you are somewhere in the future that isn't even real and doesn't even exist. And even if you have an idea of what the future is going to be, it's not that, because the future is now. And that very fact is something that I have to remind myself of daily. So I'm going to show you a few things you can do to presence so you can live in the future that is now. Yeah, all right. Okay, hopefully you can see me because I'm on my laptop. So, all right, you can see me standing. Well, actually, you see my face. The upper body is more important right now. Firstly, a good way to presence, have a glass of water as well. Okay, so placing your feet on the ground so they're hip width apart, right underneath your hips, and just lift up through the crown of your head, roll your shoulders back, and really feel, and just bounce on the spot for a minute so you can release the weight of your upper body through your legs. Then relax, lifting through the crown of your head and feeling your feet on the floor. Just feel that and let your body be heavy. Taking 3 deep breaths into your belly. If you notice yourself feeling a bit dizzy and wobbly, just shake your arms and legs around. This is a way of getting present. Shaking your arms and legs around. And then relax again, just lifting through the crown of your head, breathing deep into your belly. Then breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. And breathe out. Normal breath now. And now bring your palms together into prayer position, plugging the thumbs into the center of your chest, rolling your shoulders down, a slight pressure between your hands. So you're opening up through your chest, grounding through your feet, lifting through the crown of your head, and just looking along your nose, down at your fingers. 2 deep breaths. And looking up now. Now that particular exercise you can do in your own way. It's more about getting grounded through your feet, finding your strength by lifting up and connecting with your breath. That's something you would probably do more so on your own if you took yourself out of a room, if you go to the toilet, do something like that. Another thing you can do when you have a space of your own that you feel comfortable to be private in is what we did before, is just shaking out your arms and your legs, just shaking out any anxious tension you might have, any cortisol built up in your legs and body. Just shake about and jump up and down and just relax, and you'll feel more present. Another thing I also do if I'm feeling super crazy is I'll put my hands on my head. So it's like drawing my energy, my spirit back into my body, and I'll jump on the ground to jump it back in 2 or 3 times just to feel grounded. And then I'm here. That's another one you can do. I'll give you some more subtle ones in a moment that you can do when you're out in public. But there's some good ones. Okay, there's one more you can do which you can pretend is like you've just been for a run and you're just like breathing deep because you're so fit and healthy or whatever. So if you're out and about, and this particularly helped me when I was having a lot of post-traumatic stress triggers and I was feeling crazy and anxious a lot, when I wasn't always able to do some other exercises that required me to lie down and I was in public, I would just simply bend my knees. I'll bring this down for you. Place your hands on your knees like this, so your inner hands are pointing upwards towards your groin, so your outside fingers are pointing towards your knees, and you sit deep into your hips and just build some heat. Ground through all of your toes, tuck your chin so your spine is straight, and then breathing really deep in and out through your nose. Breathing out through your mouth, sorry, in through your nose, out. And tuck your pelvis under. A few of those, you'll feel the burn and you'll be back in your body. All right, now I'll just give you a few more subtle ones that you can do when you're out in public. And very simply, I've been doing this when I've had to have blood tests lately, which make me feel like I want to leave the building pretty quick because it terrifies me. But what you can do is just sitting at your table. If you're out in a cafe or you're out talking to someone and you're feeling a bit anxious and freaked out and you're feeling like how I used to feel is I couldn't feel my feet properly. What I would do is I'd just gently wriggle my fingers. You don't have to lift your hands up, just have them by your sides, behind your back. Wriggle your fingers and wriggle your toes. So you're getting that blood flow and that movement down in your fingers and toes. You're here in your body. And breathe to the best of your ability. Move your legs around if you want to shake your heels up and down, or just lifting up and down off of your heels on the spot. So you'd be, say you were standing there chatting to someone, and all of a sudden you started to feel uncomfortable or anxious about something, you might just lift up gently onto the balls of your feet, engage some heat through your calves, and then lower down, just so you can feel your body. One more time, coming up and lowering down. There you are. There we are. Now, is there anything else you can do to presence? Obviously, connecting with your breath is incredibly important. And meditation, like I showed you before, is very helpful, which is just simply connecting with your breath. But sometimes, if you're feeling that loco, that crazy, or that revved up, or that triggered, or that anxious, or whatever you're feeling, where you've got so much energy rushing through your body that your nervous system is going crazy and you're actually shaking, that's not going to work. You're like a rocket ship wanting to leave the ground and trying to breathe through that. You've got too much momentum of that energy happening against you. So what I do is I will, if I can, to the best of my ability, leave the house, go for a walk, go for a run, or do some strengthening exercises, stuff that's going to really get me in my body. So push-ups, sit-ups, squats, anything that's going to engage a lot of heat and ground me. And it's really just about getting back in and then connecting with your heart again and being able to feel and relaxing. So even just doing this with you, I've come right back down to where I was. So if you would like to ask me any questions about this or have any further questions about yoga stuff, just send me a personal message and we'll chat. I have quite a few other tools in my toolbox that I will share with you as I go along. So stay tuned and share this with anyone who you think struggles a little bit to feel calm in their life and their environment, because they're probably important people in this world, and having them calm and happy makes us calm and happy. So share it around, and I hope you get some benefit. Thank you. Oh yeah, I should plug myself here.